Josh Arthur in control at the start of the event. Aaron Sander outside of him. Jack Stead, Jim Cowley, that's the second row. There's a green one off and running, and the Alcordy is the better of the jump from the outside, and Aaron Sander it is who takes the Cortina into the race lead. Round the western corner for the first time. Aaron Sander, Josh Arthur, Jim Cowley, as Sanders in trouble, up high on the racetrack, pulls it up right up against the fence to allow everyone by. Hard luck for the young fellow, and will bring the car safely onto the infield. So inheriting the race lead, Josh Arthur. Jim Cowley coming under an enormous pressure from Stuart Fawcett. Fawcett drives him high and then drives straight underneath. So the Lismore car goes into position number 2. Cowley fights back on the outside. Coming through too is Andrew Beaton from the back of the pack, and they're lining up behind Josh Arthur, who drifts a little high. Stuart Fawcett down low. Cowley holding on for 3. Andrew Beaton would be the next one. Round the western corner, a little bit bumpy there, and still holding on to his race lead is Josh Arthur. Charging hard, Stuart Fawcett. Andrew Beaton has muscled his way into position number 3. Cowley hanging the tail, going down the back straightaway. No place for the faint-hearted. The racetrack a little bumpy around the western corner. Race leader, Josh Arthur, tries to stay high on the racetrack. Coming down underneath him, Stuart Fawcett. Side by side they go down the back straight and into the western corner. Fawcett's almost got the thing up on 2 wheels. Down on the inside of him, Josh Arthur fights back on the outside. Side by side again. Half the race distance completed. Fawcett might have the race lead. No, he won't. Josh Arthur fights back on the outside and goes back to the race lead. Stuart Fawcett down the inside. Arthur shuts the door on him that time in turn number 4. Holds on to the race lead. Stays up high, allowing Stuart Fawcett to move up underneath. Coming up too is Andrew Beaton. Wants to get involved in this little scrap as well. Next one back would be Brodie Fraser-McGee, and then Jim Cowley and Jack Stead underneath the control tower. Race leader is still Josh Arthur. Underneath him, Stuart Fawcett. Arthur goes back on the outside. Again side by side in the western corner. A little nudge. Josh Arthur tries to shut the door on him and might have been able to do so, and while he's doing it has pulled the front panel off the Fawcett car. Back into position number 3 is Andrew Beaton, and then we go back to Brodie Fraser-McGee. But he's fought hard to hold on to that race lead. Josh Arthur down the main straightaway. Checkered flag time, and Josh Arthur's done it from Stuart Fawcett. Andrew Beaton the next one home. Brodie Fraser-McGee, Jim Cowley and Jack Stead. Put your hands together, folks. Production racing, it doesn't get much better than that. Well, Josh, you had to work hard for that, but took home the points.
It's good. I really needed that after the last heat. Sorry to Stuart for the bit of a touch. He's a bit rough out there. It's hard to control. Yeah, all the drivers need to drive with their head, and hopefully we'll all get through this without destroying everyone.
Okay, just how rough is a bit rough?
It's pretty bad. If you get the line wrong, you're either going over or you're in big trouble.
Okay, there he goes, folks, but he's taking home a bag full of points. Josh Arthur, winner of heat number 7.